One of the hardest stories in the Bible to understand is the story of Job, because Job was not described as a wicked man. In fact, Scripture presents him as faithful, disciplined, and devoted to God. Yet despite that, he suddenly began losing almost everything: his wealth, his servants, even his children. And what makes the story even more difficult is that Job himself did not fully understand why it was happening. At first, his friends believed suffering must mean punishment, that if someone experiences tragedy, they must have secretly done something wrong. But the story keeps challenging that idea again and again, because Job continues insisting that he had not abandoned God. And eventually, the focus of the story shifts away from simple answers. Instead, it begins exploring something deeper: the limits of human understanding. There are moments in life where people desperately want explanations for suffering, a reason, a clear answer, something that makes pain feel organized. But the book of Job does something unexpected. It shows that humans do not always see the full picture behind events happening around them. And that becomes one of the most difficult lessons in the story. Not everything can be understood immediately from a human perspective. What's also interesting is that Job's faith was not tested when life was easy. It was tested when everything became confusing, when prayers seemed silent, when loss felt unfair. And maybe that's one reason this story has survived for generations, because it speaks to moments where people struggle to understand why difficult things happen at all. But by the end of the story, the message is not really about punishment. It becomes a reminder that human understanding is limited, while God's perspective sees far beyond what people can fully comprehend.